Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torfey.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torfey.
I'm Sheila Fawson.
And I'm Greg Fawson. We produce the broadcast.
I'm Dr. Ernestina Garcia, and I do the readings.
Hi, my name is Raheem Quasi. I'm going to play some inspired music today.
Nice to see everybody.
So I just invite you to close your eyes and take a nice deep cleansing breath as we recognize that there is that one power, that one presence that is in, as, and through all that is, that it is in each and every one of us. It is this service as it unfolds this day, and it is all life all the time. And I just am so grateful. And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
The purpose of our spiritual community is to be a spiritual community, to be supportive to all those who are seeking support, to practice and live unconditional love, to be non-judgmental and forgiving, to embrace oneness, to join all others who want to co-create a world that works for everyone, all cultures, all races, all sexual orientations, and all life. And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
So we have Raheem Quasi for our special music today. And I bet he's got something great to start this service off.
I have a new song,
Oh,
and it's inspired by that feeling we all have sometimes that we want to kind of isolate ourselves or isolate ourselves. And it sometimes being alone is the best thing, and then sometimes if you go a little too far, then you kind of feel like you're out of reach, out of touch. And so the song is to remind myself and remind the world, that we need you and we miss you when you're gone. So it's a song called "Don't Fade Away." Fade away. Don't let yourself fade away. The words you say will take you down. When you start, remember your heart. Get out of your head, get out of that bed. Starts with a breath, not from your chest. It's you we need, it's you we miss. Don't fade away. Don't let yourself fade away. The words you say can take you down.
It is, of course.
So turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Don't let yourself fade away. The words you say, they can take you down. So turn around, it starts with a breath, not from your chest. miss when you start. Remember your heart. Get out of your head and out of that bed. Don't fade away.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Was that a debut?
That's a debut, and it's a work in
Yay.
progress at the same time. So
Yeah, I hear you.
yeah, I think
That's
the
good.
spirit of it is strong, you know. But you know, as a songwriter, it's the crafting that kind of finishes it, you know. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
but yeah,
That's true in most medias,
exactly.
artistic medias.
Yeah.
Don't you find that true for yourself, Sheila, sometimes?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I know
inspiration
my
has to be
writing.
strong and pure, you know, and the mood, and then the rest is kind of just the work, you know. So,
Uh-huh.
you know.
All right. Well, we have some more things we need to do before we hear your next song. So we'll see you in a bit.
All right.
So,
Oh.
right? Huh?
I just wanted to tell Sheila and Greg that we heard you talking a couple of times during.
Oh, okay. We're trying to figure that out. Yeah.
Yeah. I asked, are we? Thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro. You can check out our website at cslnorthmetro.org. You can go to contact us and add yourself to the contact list, the emails that I send out every week and sometimes more. You can request prayers, and we'll pray on whatever it is all week. And also the prayers that and the affirmations that Stephen Anthony writes for us every week are out there, and there are at least 5 of them out there all the time. So if there's a time that you need an affirmation, or there's a time that you need a prayer and you happen to be by yourself, it's right there on our website. And I'm so amazed at Stephen. He writes those affirmations and those prayers for us every single week, and he's been doing it for years and years and years, and he doesn't repeat himself, and it's amazing. So there's articles and things out there too. So we invite you to check it out. Today's title is No Barriers, No Blocks. And you've already met our wonderful guest artist, Rahim Quasi. And today's reading is from The Master Speaks by Joel S. Goldsmith. So, you know, it takes money to do this thing that we do. And most of the people that are here are volunteering, and we volunteer, and it's still, you know, there's cost of the website and all the other things. So if this is meaningful to you, we invite you to donate to CSL North Metro at cslnorthmetro.org. And when you get about a little ways down the page, there are several ways to donate there. And if you're a person that writes checks, our address is right there too. So we'd really love it if you would help us do what we do and donate us. So you can join us right after this service to share your aha moments. There's a link in the comments. And if you're not getting our email list with the affirmations and the prayers and the things that we send out, you can sign up on the email list on the website and get that. So, all right. So thank you so much. And I think we're ready for more music. Yes.
Yes.
Sunday. And it's a bit of an allegory about the 4 stages of life that I've come up with, but may or may not be true. And it's that you're born, and that could be a metaphor, however you like it. And you learn to walk, which is true, and that's a metaphor for maybe the struggle or learning and growing. And then in there somewhere there's love, a deep love, maybe for yourself, or maybe finding the one, and the one that you're the best with, and then you die eventually. Hopefully in that order. And in this case, I was born in San Francisco, and so I wrote this allegory around being born in San Francisco and having memories of my father. But it really is 4 stages of life also. I was born on a Sunday with a view of a gold gate, and the walls were moving as I reached my hand to you. Learn to walk on a steep hill, falling down, my first thrill. All along, you beside me, with your arms reached down. I can still remember sunny days in September, yeah. All my days fell in love on a Tuesday. You were hands to my wet clay, and the walls were moving as I reached my heart. I have tasted cloud9, felt the heat of sunshine. All my days, now I know I was never alone. Now I know we were never alone. No, no, no. I laid down on a Friday. The sun was out as the trees swayed, and the walls stopped moving as I reached my hand to you. I can still remember sunny days in September. Oh, 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 my All
That was
right.
fun.
That was
Thank
fun.
you. Good. We're
Where'd you
never
go?
alone. We think we're alone, but we're not.
Where'd you go to high school?
I actually I went to high school in Texas because
Oh.
we had moved here by then. But yeah, so yeah. At Richland High School in Texas, where the Confederate flag was just up. That was the mascot and that was the logo and all that until just a few years ago.
Wow.
Anyway, that's a whole other story.
It is. I was born in Richland Center, Wisconsin. Isn't that
Oh,
funny?
we're connected through the Richland, and that I like it. Rich land, you know.
Rich
so.
land. That is exactly what that is. It's cattle, milk, dairy,
Yeah. Wow.
and farming. Yeah.
Wisconsin. Yeah. Beautiful.
Well, thank you. We'll be back to you for some more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
So we want to bring,
Yes.
there's
Good
Ernestina.
morning.
Hi, Dr. Ernestina.
Hello, everyone. I just have to tell Raheem that I so enjoy his music. The first song brought me to tears, and the second one reminded me that I was never alone. And so I just wanted to let him know how much I appreciate his music. Okay, now it's time for readings. So the affirmations for the week of October 12th, 2025, written for all of us with love from Stephen Anthony. Please repeat after me. The presence within is greater than my external circumstances.
The presence within is greater than
my external circumstances.
My being is full and a perfect emanation of limitless spirit.
My being is full and a perfect emanation of limitless spirit.
I live a beautiful and graceful life always.
I live a beautiful and graceful life always.
My awareness of the infinite is expanding and growing.
My awareness of the infinite is expanding and growing.
I exist fully in a world of infinite potential and abundant good.
I exist fully in a world of infinite potential and abundant good.
My highest self reveals itself in every experience.
My highest self reveals itself in every experience.
And together we say,
And so it is.
and so it is. Okay, the reading selected for us today by the Reverends is from the book The Master Speaks by Joel S. Goldsmith. When you have touched this presence, when you have felt it, you can give up all concern, all worry, and all fear for the rest of your life. All of your worries are behind you. You have found Aladdin's lamp, but this is better than Aladdin's lamp because you will not even have to wish. As a matter of fact, you will not even have to know what it is you want. You sit in silence and touch that presence. It responds, and it literally tells you, I am here. I am on the field. I will never leave you nor forsake you. If you walk through the waters, you will not drown. If you go through the fire, the flames will not kindle upon you. If you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, not a bit of death will touch you. Walk through all the valleys you like. My presence goes before you. My presence is with you. But remember, you have that assurance only when you have made your contact with it. When it responds and you feel that click in your system, that energy that rushes in, the still small voice, or whatever way it has of responding to each one of us, it is something different, and sometimes it is different each day. If you make this contact, let us say, in the morning before you leave home, you can rest assured that your contact with it, God, is your contact with everything necessary to your unfoldment for that day. Your conscious oneness with it constitute your oneness with every it that is necessary to your experience. But remember, it comes only as the activity of your own consciousness. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it
And
is.
so it is.
Thank you. That was beautiful reading.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
No. Okay, we got some more music.
Yes, we do.
So here we go with Rahim
Oh,
Quasi.
oh,
Yay.
I like that you have so much music.
We
Yeah.
like it too.
I think it's kind of cool because a lot of there's a couple of Unity churches here in Texas that I'm a frequent featured artist, and it might be 2 songs but you really kind of intersperse and celebrate kind of the flow and energy of sound, of frequencies, and so it's really that's brave, I think, too, but it's beautiful. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Song is called All That We Are. All That We Are. All that we are is dust from stars, cooled by fire, refined with love. Something inside says don't run and hide. Reach out those spiral arms to find love. That takes guts. It can hurt. It can burn, but it's the only way we can learn how to give more, how to live more. Yes, it's raining down. Yes, it's all around. 'Cause all that we are is dust from stars, refined with fire, cooled by love. Oh, love. Breathe it in now. Oh, love. Breathe it in now. It's where you are. It's the only way that we can learn, that we Thank you.
And that was heavenly
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
and fits so perfectly in what I'm going to talk about today.
Of course.
Of course.
I love that.
So we'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit with one more.
Okay. No barriers, no blocks. I have to confess something right here, right now, that after that title came to me, I had nothing but barriers and blocks. And it seemed to carry into today's service because we've had all kinds of barrier and blocks just to get up on the air. It's funny how that works. In order for me to get past any barrier and blocks, I have to face it and know it's nothing.
Mhm.
It's just if I react to it, then I give it power and it becomes something.
Mhm.
We're here to grow. We're here to grow spiritually. And I can safely say that when you grow publicly, it makes the gift that much bigger because you're saying your truth. You're declaring what is so in that moment, but not necessarily so eternally. And it's a neat thing. I wanted to talk about what I know about barriers and blocks, and just, I guess, setting that tone from the beginning. I'm given the gift to be blocked. I have this whole talk here on this sheet of paper, and it means nothing to me because I wasn't relating to it at all. I was making it up. I wasn't letting the creation move through me. I was just putting words down. And every time that I found myself doing that, made the blocks and the barriers seem bigger. But they were all in my head because my usual way is to just calm myself, go within, and allow the talk or whatever to come through. And that moves towards the barrier and blocks. But being that I set this in motion for all of us, it's funny how it took place right from the beginning. Our producers were having trouble having barrier and blocks with the computers. And we didn't know we were going to make it on time. But it's interesting. If you don't acknowledge a barrier and block as something, then you continue to move through it with grace and ease, which Greg and Sheila did. And there were a couple other barriers and blocks that took place. Anyway, the point is, don't let a barrier and block bury you or block you, because it's all in your mind that creates it and empowers it, because it is nothing, and it can't be more than the it that is something, because the it that is something is all that there is. And I stand behind that.
Say it again.
I can't. That was like divinely spoken through me. Tell me what you heard.
Well, I know that we all have barriers that come up. And I think that's part of the growth. And you know, if we just had this experience here on this planet and everything was just la la la, first of all, it would get boring. Second of all, we wouldn't learn or grow anything. And so a lot of the way we grow is by having a barrier or a block and working our way through it and letting it, we can either let it block us or we can begin to work our way through it and allow it to just kind of dissolve on its own, because most of the time, sometimes it's like a real physical thing, but most of the time it's something going on right here that says, oh, you're not smart enough, or you're not good enough, or they aren't going to like it, or blah, blah, blah. I mean, each one of us has our own little committee running in the head that we get to say no to on a regular basis.
Mhm.
So that's kind of what I see, that the barrier that you're talking about and the block that you're talking about is that little committee in the head,
Mhm.
which is a lot of times is a bigger barrier than a physical one.
Mhm.
And so I think you're talking about like recognizing when it's happening so that you can work your way through it.
Yeah, it's true. And because nothing, in my opinion, there's nothing more satisfying. There's nothing more uplifting than to know that from everything you go through, there's a spiritual perspective, and you can turn your attention to the spiritual perspective and say, "What is it that you have for me?" And then think about all the what ifs that you've had in your life. What if I started writing? What if I went back to school? What if I started painting? What if I let go of all those things that I feel so clinging to because it seems like it keeps me safe? What if you just let it all go and turned into that place within that loves you, supports you, maintains you, sustains you? And that's all you need. That's all you need. So when we say no more barriers and blocks, we gotta be prepared to go through the sometimes painstaking process of getting past them and knowing that they're not reality. Sometimes we create a barrier block, and it's like a competition. A competition, us versus them. A competition of something that doesn't exist. A competition with our own mind. And when we get into that competition, we create more barriers and blocks because we think that we have to win something, because the opposite of winning something is losing something. And when you're in that win and lose situation, who wants to lose? Nobody. So you create another barrier and block. Sometimes you won't even enter the competition because you've decided that you're not enough, you're not good enough, and the situation that you find yourself in isn't worth your attention. What's not worth your attention is giving in to the no's of life. But
So I'm struggling with the person's name that said this, but it just really impacted me when she said, you know, that song, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. She said, it doesn't say struggle and row it up the stream and it says gently down the stream. And I think, I don't know, for me, I always felt like I had to row upstream because I had to be this good at this and this good at that and the best at this. And a lot of that was pressure from parents who decided I was like the smartest being. How to get the best grades, to do the blah, 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 blah. All of that, which in the end is really not very important at all. And it was a really, when I heard that about rowing up the stream, which I think that's what I was trained to do, was row upstream all the time. And then I could really let that go and just flow gently down the stream. I mean, what a release. What a wonderful thing to just know, you know, we don't have to make life so difficult. We can flow down the stream.
yeah. So I sit here before all those who are watching me and say that the barrier and the block I had to coming up with a talk was created in my own mind because I set it in motion. As soon as I said there's no barrier, there's no block, Spirit had to prove it to me that I was right, that it's just all part of life. these things that come up and we feel we need to overcome it. There's nothing to overcome. There's just this satisfying place we can go to know that nothing can be against us. If the whole universe is for us, nothing can be against us. And with that, just that very thought, we can put in our mind, and the so-called buried blocks disappear into the nothingness.
Can I wrote a quote down
Yeah.
from this thing called You by Ernest Holmes. The barriers between you and your greater good are not barriers in themselves. They are things of thought. It is because of this that all things are possible to faith. And the idea that those barriers are things of thought, as opposed to like that solid structure that you can't move through, I don't know, I found that very interesting to entertain.
And sometimes, well, a lot of times, when we have a block and it's causing us all kinds of trouble, we find something outside of ourselves to blame.
Who would do that?
And it seems to make things momentarily okay. But the blame is not anybody or anything. It's your mind. It's allowing your mind to give credence to that which doesn't exist, credence to the barriers and blocks that in your mind has created for whatever reason. But the reason is always good. Whatever you are confronted by a block or a barrier, the reasons don't make any difference, but the opportunity is higher than anything that could possibly take place in your life.
It allows us to grow and expand.
Yes.
I think it might be really boring if everything just was all lovely all of the time. We might get just really bored. Then we might have to create those barriers just to not be so bored.
So when we grow publicly, we become a prime example for others who may have been the same block. So if anything within you has opened up a barrier and block because I'm revealing a barrier and block that I'm going through, then isn't that wonderful? It's the life of God just challenging us.
So when the mind is asking for help,
Mhm.
and I've had to learn that I don't have to tough everything through all by myself and figure it out all by myself. I can ask for help. And it's really a good thing and it's really okay.
Yes.
But it's not my first thought ever. Well, it's getting to be better, but it's like, I gotta do this and I gotta do this by myself and I gotta get it right. And it's like, who said? I did somewhere, sometime, or somebody put that in there and I said, yeah. Anyway, I'm letting that go now.
So when you transcend a barrier and block because they don't really exist, that your mind is creating it, then you can turn to the joy of life and realize that in every situation that brings you down or attacks you or makes you less than is an opportunity to grow. And when you step into it, and you will find that whatever it is that's bothering you can't have power over you.
Yes.
Because it doesn't exist. You're looking at something that is invisible, yet non-existent. And it's powerful to me to just let go and step into self-empowerment, the self that is the God self, that knows no barriers, no blocks, that can only maintain its power through us and for us. The so-called barrier becomes an opportunity to move forward by being grateful for it all. So I no longer, I accept this truth that I no longer see obstacles. I no longer see barriers. And I see opportunities and reasons to grow, become more of who I am meant to be. How easy it is to blame something or someone for something I desire. But the blamer and the blame no longer can exist because it's not truth. Absolute truth is letting go, letting God, and just allowing it to be. And knowing that within every illusion of a barrier and block is an opportunity for expansion and growth. And how good that is to me. You got anything?
Well, I have another quote. We meet most difficulties, uncertainties, and doubts, barriers walling our passage, but we must not be discouraged when so confronted. We must climb over the rocks of disbelief, pass around the barriers of doubt, and plunge into the stream of faith. The stream will ever widen, the barriers will gradually disappear as we walk through the plains and valleys of indecision and doubt. The stream will carry us back to the ocean of our being. That's a Holmes Reader on Meaning. I really liked that quote.
Yeah.
Like it was like so self-affirming and powerful, and like this walking right through it, break through it, and understand that each one of us is greater than any of the barriers or any of the challenges or any of the things that come up and that sometimes we take so seriously. It's like our being is greater than all of that. That eternal self of ours is greater than anything that's going on. Although I'm not saying things don't happen in this realm. I'm just saying as we understand who we are, we can rise above it and go through those barriers. I just loved how you said it, like break through it. And yeah, it's like we can do that and we can be that. And as we begin to realize that most of what happens is inside our head that causes those barriers. I'm not saying there aren't real things out in the world that's happening. I'm saying a lot of the time, the thing that's holding us back is in our own head, and we get to push through it and know that we're always okay. We're always okay.
Yeah. I compared barrier and blocks to like a red light. When you come to a red light, you stop because the light is like a barrier or a block, and you wouldn't stay there forever indefinitely. Eventually, the light turns green, but we have to be awake. We have to be aware that there are red lights and green lights, and the red lights are for a reason. They have their own purpose. Sometimes we know what the purpose is. Sometimes we may not know what the purpose is, but know that it stops you. And it may have been, if it hadn't stopped you, you may have been involved in a wreck up further up the road. So we don't know why we have these blocks, these barriers sometimes, but know that they only have power when we acknowledge them as something and just let them go as nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And know that you're free all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You are more than your so-called barrier and blocks. You are a creative, infinite being, spirit in flesh, here to grow and expand and be an example of what growth and expansion looks like. That's not a big calling, but it's not necessarily easy. Not necessarily easy to let go and let God all the time, no matter what's going on. Should we pray?
Yes.
So as we close our eyes and center ourselves, I invite you to take a nice deep cleansing breath. And as you're releasing that breath, release any of the challenges, any of the fears, any of the obstacles that might be facing you right now. And as you breathe in the power and presence of the one God, the one power, the one presence, knowing that it is right within you, within me, within each of us, within all of us, all of the time. And as we begin to realize that in this deep breath, in this pausing to wait to see what is ours to do, we are given that which is ours to do next. We are empowering ourselves into that greater yet to be that is each one of us. And so I surround us each with love and with peace and with power and with wonder and with joy. And as we release all the challenges and all the negative thoughts and all the things outside us that we allow to disrupt our peace, and know that right where we are, that peace is, that love is, that God presence is. And that as we allow that God presence to guide us forward, we know what is ours to do. We know what is ours to release. And so we do it in absolute ease and grace and effortlessness. And we bless each person we come in contact with in any way. And so in absolute gratitude for knowing this is the truth for each one of us, for knowing that this is already done in the mind of God. I release it. I let it go. I allow it to be. And together we say,
And so it is.
Amen, Ashe, Aho, and woo-hoo.
And so what it comes down to is that it's not what we do. It's the energy that flows through us that opens the doors. And ultimately the dream is us. We are the dream. We're the dreamers. And we're the dream. And before I play this, I want to say thank you to Ernestine for receiving my music, and in that very intimate way allowing it to permeate on a deeper level. That's the highest point. That's the highest, that's Mount Everest as a songwriter or as a channel, you know. So thank you. It takes a long time to get to the starting point. I mean to see things past the breaking point. And you wonder if you're even on the right track, because you know days that insist that there's no looking back. There's no looking back. There's no looking back. There's no looking back. So you take a deep breath, get up every day, climb that mountain, no matter what the voices say. but they don't know. No, no, no. That dreams are not what we do. Dreams, what it all comes down to, whether up or down, you are, you are. You are the dream.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
That's what we do.
yay.
Nice. Nice song.
Thank you.
Nice songs.
Yeah.
More to come. More to come.
All right.
Yes. The writing continues.
All right.
Yeah. Forever.
Moria says, the greater the obstacle, the more glory in overcoming it.
Mhm. True.
And that's a good way to enter this week, knowing that any obstacles that we may be confronted with are just opportunities for the divine and to acknowledge the divine.
Yeah.
So there we are.
I like how you said just face it as a first step.
Yeah.
And I like how Reverend Valerie said, don't listen to the chatter. I like that. The committee in our head.
The voices.
Yeah.
They don't know.
And they aren't saying, you go, you can do this. They're going, blah, 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 blah. You're not doing that. Yeah. I know we all have them.
The blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're muted on your end, Ernestine. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Maybe it was on this end.
What I said was, and acknowledging where you are, so that you could get past the breaking point.
Oh.
Acknowledging that all you have to do is take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Acknowledging that you are the dream.
Woo. Oh my God. That's so beautiful. Thank you for
It's a good dovetail.
reconstructing and
Yeah.
repurposing and revitalizing.
Yeah, it's so easy to brush it off, and to not face it, not to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
But to get to the other side.
Yes.
Reverend Valerie, who is that quote from that you read about the getting over the rocks and into the
That
stream?
was by Ernest Holmes, and it was from a Holmes Reader on Meaning.
He is so prolific.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I'll have to send it out.
I could just-
There's a guy that wrote this whole thing on the things that Ernest Holmes said, and then he puts the quotes out and where. So I bought that from the Science of Mind archives, and I use it all the time. So as soon as I remember what it is, I'll send it out and let you know. It just
Oh, we
It's
have a copy of that.
What is it?
It's someone who consolidated.
Oh, yeah. We have it.
We
have it.
I
Okay.
can't
In our
remember.
bookcase right here.
I can't remember what it's called either right now.
Yeah,
But-
word for it.
it's just so handy to, you want to look up this thing, you look up the word, and it's like all these quotes come up of Ernest Holmes and which book they came from and what page they're on. It's like, wow.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah, I first thought you could read through that, and it's like, whoa, because it's
yeah, it's more of a reference book.
Yeah.
one thing I've been doing. I couldn't find a good book on my, because I listen to books on tape or from the library while I'm painting, and I couldn't find a good one. And so I started the Great Courses. It's that has all the different, and it's like Ernest Holmes belongs in there. He's the last one that consolidated a bunch of that stuff. And it's
Yeah.
why isn't, I haven't gotten to the end, but
So this author has all these
books from the
wise-
Bible, books from, what is it, like all the famous ones. Well, earlier on, yeah, I'd have
different
to go
books
back.
of the Bible and different
Of just
the Quran and
the Quran, yeah,
his
all the
little
different
brief history of Muhammad, and then it goes into the Quran, and then each major religion, right?
the classics, and from ancient 5,000 years ago. But anyway, there's so much to learn, and there is that struggle always, and reminding yourself that you are a part of God, makes the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And that everything's okay, regardless of what our thoughts have been about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That we're
Yeah.
always okay.
yeah.
And this too shall pass.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get so caught up in what's going on, and all we really need to do is think a different thought.
Yeah. Change your thinking, change your life.
That's right.
Mm.
Absolutely. So I see that we're passing the hour. Should we go ahead and do the benediction? We're going to get cut off on live anyway, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
close your eyes and know this truth. There's one perfect expression of life, and it dwells in and through all of life. This life of God permeating the existence of everything that ever was or ever will be. This thing called God. I know that as we move through this week, we do it in grace. That grace is our sufficiency. That everything that may cause us a reason to stop and wait happens for the highest good. And when we're ready to move, we answer the call of the greatness of God. That individualized expression as each one of us, through us and for us. So in such great gratitude, I now release, let go. And together we say, and so
So it is. See you back here in a minute.
okay.
All right, see y'all later.
Bye.
Thanks.
Soon. See you at the end of the month.
Sounds good.
Okay, all right, bye.